Welcome to the home of new and emerging music. We're at Beacons Festival and I'm joined by the magnificent James Bay. James, welcome. How's it going so far?
It's very good. It's despite some biblical rain, serious torrential stuff. It's been wicked. We can kind of see it now, and the lights are all turning on. It looks beautiful. It's really cool.
I love the fact that it's actually thundered and lightning because I have a strict rule that it has to rain at festivals as well. What are your must-dos whenever you come to something like this?
Wear wellies, especially with this rain. But just see as much as I can and sample the food. There's some ridiculous pizza that I've seen over there. I mean, it looks great. Gonna have to get involved in some of that. But just see as much as I can and go and check out stuff that I don't know what it is, that I haven't, like names that I haven't heard before. New music, you know.
Absolutely. So then we're talking food. Then you've had your pizzas and stuff today. What about then? What does James Bay eat for breakfast on a given day? What did you have this morning?
This morning was it was an adventure, to be honest. It started out with crunchy nut, staple, love it. Awesome. Then I went in and I sort of used the crunchy nut bowl, and I got some Alpen in because I love Alpen and I like to mix things up. So I had the kind of residue of the crunchy nut in the Alpen. It was a great time.
So do you always live that dangerously with your food, or do you just like a pot noodle every so often?
No, pot noodle way too safe. I like to live dangerous. Yeah.
Class. Okay then, so the Let It Go EP's out and about. How's it going for you? What's kind of your favourite part of it at the moment?
Hearing Let It Go on the radio has been fun, I have to say. And just, but more than that, the response that Let It Go, that the EP as a whole has had, just on like online, on Twitter and stuff like that. And you know, go to gigs and when people sing the words to your songs, it's a pretty special feeling. So that that stuff.
So whenever you release an EP, then you kind of have a feel as to what you think the strongest track is. Sometimes it's a lead track. Do you ever find whenever you release something that there's a bit of a change with your audience to what you actually expect from the EP?
You mean like do the audience sort of? What do you mean?
Do they react differently to a different track on it that you thought that they wouldn't as such?
Sometimes I think I've only released 2 EPs up to this point, and I feel good about all the songs, and so for that, it's just interesting to see which ones they react the most to first, and then see the sort of slow growers, So it's always interesting to see sort of how it goes, really,
You get to test the water a lot then whenever you're at gigs, whenever it's festivals and you've got people that are coming to see you for the very first time. What's the differences between a private gig to a festival for you?
I think you feel inclined, I feel inclined to sometimes to play at a festival just to try and, connect with the people at the back and sort of like play the big, I suppose what feel like the bigger choruses, but then festivals surprise you as well sometimes, and things can get surprisingly like intimate, and you might want to play a quieter one or something a little less kind of obvious. So
and what is it about Beacons that you really love?
The size. No, I'm just because we can see it right here. It's looking great, and it really is that. As soon as we got here today, we put everything down. We just about managed not to tip over in the little buggy, because the mud's kind of nuts, but the size of it, it's like we walked from one end to the other, and we sort of saw everything, worked out where everything was, and you kind of get the lay of the land. When you get the lay of the land at a festival like that, then you just sort of you feel a little more free to know where stuff is and go and explore again.
Fantastic. So you're a country boy, sort of a village boy, are you, in your youth? Do you have much experience kind of sort of being out and about in the country, or were you always in your room doing music? What was your childhood like?
I was out in a field. I was out in the local field. I was climbing trees and doing all that sort of stuff as a kid, and just kicking footballs around. Later I stayed in my room and worked out the guitar, or tried to. But yeah, I don't have a lot of experience on farms, to be honest. A little bit, but yeah, I used to spend as much time as I could outside, so it's nice.
Could you drive a tractor if you needed to? That's how we know you're a country boy.
Whether I could or couldn't, I'd definitely like to. Yeah, that's what it comes down to. So yeah, I'll give it a shot.
Give it a go. Thank you very much, James Bay. You've been an absolute legend. Thank you very much for the session, and congratulations on the great shows.
Thank you, man.
Thank you.